Goodness. My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, if you got a MacBook or Apple computer, you already know what I went through today. Because you went through it too. At least that's what they told me. Okay. What a week. What a week we are having. What's up, China?
Hey.
What happened? Come on, man. Come on, man. I hit the button for Keisha. All right, Keisha, I'm going to put it in the chat again. Because I know you're going to say, put it in the chat again. I already know you're getting ready to say that. It's all good. It's all good. Hey, y'all, we starting off a little late tonight. Hey, man, I did not know Apple in here playing games with the computer, telling me, that I reset the date. Or they didn't say I did it, but obviously it was something going on. I was a little, perturbed is what we would call it. But you know what? At the end of the day, we are here. And boy, we're going to do the thing this evening. There she go. Hey, Keisha, I was like,
Keisha?
What happened?
I think my
I know
audio
you was just there a minute ago.
I know. My audio was on the Bluetooth. I had to disconnect.
Okay. Well, let me call out some people because they've been waiting. They've been waiting on us. You know what, y'all? We just gonna get right to it tonight. I am gonna shout out Connie. Boom! Yes, I am. Because good Lord, have mercy. Sponsorship is wonderful. That's what keep it going. Are y'all ready? Ladies and gentlemen, are y'all ready to do this? Ready or not? We doing it. Ready or not, we are doing it. Yes, we are. Thanks so much, Connie. Ladies and gentlemen, well, first of all, let me say, ladies, how was your week? If you will.
Tiring.
It's what?
Tiring. I'm tired.
Okay. How about you, Peach? How you do this?
Knocked over a lot of stuff.
Whole lot of stuff going on. All right then. Okay.
It's been good. It's just been filled with just a lot of research. It's just a lot going on in the world right now, and a lot going on with healthcare, and it's a lot of research that just got to be done to try to get the truth out while we still can, because it's crazy out here. Crazy.
I don't know about you guys, but I do know that for me on TikTok, it has changed.
Yeah.
I think the algorithm is changed because I usually get kicked out of the religious rooms or the non-religious rooms is pretty much. Yeah, I do. I get kicked out of those regularly. I kind of go through. Today, it didn't really excite me that much, Oh boy. Soul Survivor, thank you so much for showing some love and support with the super chat. Yes, indeed. It is appreciated. But I think my algorithm on TikTok only shows things I buy on TikTok. So it only gives me the TikTok shop and religion pages. That's it. Now, maybe it's me. But every live that they have going on, it's about debating religion. So, everybody coming with it's the end of the world, and it's this, the that, it's the this, and you know something. I got something to say about that. I have something to say about that fits right into what we going to be talking about this evening. Okay. Some of us are waiting on the rapture, and we waiting for the second coming, and we waiting on this miraculous thing to happen. And I'm going to tell you, man, something that just was on my soul on this one particular channel I was watching. And I felt like, wow, I know that the Bible says that he comes like a thief in the night. So how does a thief come? A thief in the night. Why is it a thief and in the night? What is the significance of a thief and the thief coming at night? That is very significant. So it had me thinking like, wow, something? We talked about this a little bit last year, a lot last year, but they were really strict on what you can say. Don't be saying too much. So I looked at it and I said, wow, a thief in the night. Now, I was told years ago that a thief in the night, the meaning behind that was that when he comes, you will only know that he was there because of what is missing.
That's a good way of saying it.
Because of what's missing. Because when a thief come hit your house, you wake up the next day, you're like, whoa. And everything in it is significant because it also means that you have to wake up to see. So if you don't wake up, you never gonna see. He done already came and gone. You're never gonna see it. And him coming and going, there is significance in just every part of it. It's significance in every part of it. While we sit and we try to figure out, what does it mean? Like, how is this going to happen? What's going to be going on? And for me, looking at it, I'm looking at the world we live in, the world, the end of the world. It's significant. It is significant because the end of the world, guys, for everybody that's scared of the boogeyman, the end of the world is the end of a world. It's not the end of the planet. There's no such thing as the end of the planet. The world, there's a world in the planet, on the planet. The end of a world. We're going to go into that, y'all. We're going to go into that. Yes, indeed. We're going to go into that. Yes, we are. Tonight's topic, the narc devil has no new ways to trick you. Has no new ways. And this topic was brought about the same thing because I'm skipping through these channels and it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. I mean, they literally on there just debating religion all day, right? And I get it. I like it. I like a good debate. But the thing that I noticed about the atheists, because their channels are mixed in there too. The thing that I noticed about the atheists, the so-called, I can't even call them atheists. I won't call them that anymore. Because they can only claim they don't believe in God, but they cannot prove it. Whew, ain't that beautiful? They can claim they don't believe in God, but they cannot prove it. I have been kicked out of so many rooms, y'all. Because I always ask, and I ask the same question. It's not a trick question. It's not a trick question. Can you prove that you don't believe in God? That is the lead question every time I go in every one of them, and it's like it's the same people running from group to group, and they will recognize me. They're, oh Lord, here he comes with that again. Yeah.
Why you antagonizing people?
I do, and I love it. I do, and I love, but because a part of me thinks and sees it and says, well, somebody in that group is searching. They're not all just none of them are non-believers. They want to think, they want to appear as a non-believer, but even the devil is a believer. So there is no such thing. There is no such thing as a non-believer.
See, I think we have an advantage because everyone on here is like a survivor of the narcissist. And we are being gaslit like on a global level. And we're kind of in tune to the gaslighting because it's no new tricks. Like we knew that, you know, when they take the country, they're going to do what they say, and it's going to be opposite of what they promise, because that's what narcissists do. But it's still, this is like the times that we're in, you know, everybody like Elon Musk might be the Antichrist, blah, blah, blah. He more of the beast, because you got a beast that's rising. It's a beast system. And he is all about this beast system, that Planet X. All of that is all affiliated with this system. And the system has what they call that mirror DNA. And that mirror DNA is out there. It's in bacteria. You know, they say escape the lab or whatever. But this stuff been out. It's the stuff that causes the decay from the inside out. The stuff that's linked to cancer and anything that decays you, wormwood, all of that is all the same. And done extensive research. But our DNA, life biology goes to the right. It's a right-handed DNA. So when it spins right. That's where you get right-handed from. Right? He said you'll have to get this mark in your right hand or your forehead. The forehead is like the mind's eye. And everybody like, oh, it's a chip, it's this and that. All about your DNA. They had that 23andMe, all of that ancestral stuff. That was them getting into that data collection system, because they are looking for certain people. They're looking for God's chosen people. Like
that right there, that part right there, it became so clear to me. They searching.
They gonna target.
Searching.
Because Elon Musk got a database.
But well, I'm not one
getting
to
it.
be able
It's
to tell
something
them.
called there is something called Tiberius, but there's a database. And when they have data centers that they're investing in, it's a social credit system that, you know, is already in place in other countries. The one with the C, I don't know how screening, whatever we can say on here, but you know, they got a social credit system. They want to do that. They want to get to that quickly. And I know I'm not going to, you know, I'm going to have a low credit score on any other system, but definitely social credit system, because whatever you say, if it's banned or it's not a social norm or AI detected as fraud, then boom, you don't have a score. You can't go to certain schools. You can't get transportation. You can't get food. So that's kind of where it's going to. And they have the technology ingested in people. However, when you a believer, or this when you got your human spirit is alive, you know, not the narcissist, they are spiritually dead. But if you are spiritually alive, that stops a lot of their technology. It interferes with it. Different frequencies interfere with it. You're a positive person, you interfere with their technology. You got to be on a low frequency, negative frequency, things that put out the solenoids, that demonic energy, for you to be able to have this stuff attached to you, for them to put you in the system. So it go deep.
Yeah,
I'm coming out with all these research articles, and I'm gonna make a video. People can link it and just click the article.
Hey man,
I'm gonna touch on that atheist part. I don't believe in atheists neither, because if you don't believe in God, then why are you trying to turn somebody against something that don't exist? That's like me saying I don't believe in dinosaurs, but I'm trying to convince somebody that they don't exist.
That part.
I mean, come on.
And you know what? When you listen to them in them groups, that's all it is. It's a chain gang of, they don't stand on any, that's why they kick me out the groups. Because I tell them flat out, well, you can't stand on truth. You can, nothing you say can stand on truth. If you saying you don't believe in God, you can't love. Because one of them asked the question, well, what can't I do that you can do? You can't love. You can't stand on truth. You can't prove that you don't believe. You sitting here talking about you don't believe something and you a lie. You do. Prove that you don't believe in God. Stop using the systems that God put in place. Stop using the systems God put in place since you don't believe in him.
Yeah.
Do it right now.
And
Stop
that's why
breathing.
they trying to change everything. Man is always trying to figure God out. He created the sun. They want to know what's to it. He created the moon. They want to know what's to it. Then they want to try to say that we're born from monkeys because they don't want to agree with God's version of how we came about. I'm starting to see that all over TikTok. They're trying to change everything and saying that's where we come from.
I actually had a debate with this about 4 guys that was talking that craziness. And I said, well, if we are derived from monkeys and gorillas, then which gorilla is going to turn into a man next? When did it stop? When did that period stop? When did we start recording that, okay, this gorilla right here, right at this exact moment, turned into a man? The story they lie is so weak and pitiful, man. It's so weak and pitiful. It took me to a place to say, oh, wow, they're not non-believers. they just sit here confused. And don't get me wrong, most of them have accepted that they are satanic. They love hatred. They love, they have a feeling of admiration when it comes to, tearing something down, tearing your faith down, tearing your belief down. So, they sit in those groups and they just sit back and they wait to hear any crack in your story. If you don't believe what you're saying, that's really all it is. They want to know if you really stand on what you're saying. So I get it, but sometimes they so disrespectful and crazy that I don't even jump in there because I'm just like, that ain't done. They just want to argue.
Because they have mental health issues. Their job is not to get you to not believe in God. It's to create chaos. They want everybody to exercise their free will to do anything but what God has called them to do. If they could convince us that he doesn't exist, then they could convince us that there is no accountability for the chaos that we create. It's all to stir up confusion and chaos, to get a whole bunch of stuff going on, out there. It's getting there, to be honest, because I mean, this world is a mess right now. And I'm just sitting back, just watching. And I mean, hopefully, like I said, I could get through these 4 years. And I just hate to see that people are complaining. You get what you voted for. I'm out of this one.
This, though. Let me ask this question. Well, you say 4 years. When was this world that we currently living in? When was it ever good? When was it great?
It wasn't this bad.
It's gonna be so much.
Like, since it's really since you've been alive, hasn't it progressively gotten worse every year? Just a little bit.
I mean, it's always something,
Every year, when you look at it,
like there's nothing. It's nothing anybody can do. I mean, some of them probably did come from monkeys because when CRISPR came out, they've been modifying their DNA with these celestials for some time. Like the Anana that I was talking about that's over Jezebel, that thing been coming through the little CERN. And then you got the Lula, whatever, the other one, the male counterpart, that thing been coming through CERN. So they got these particles, what they call particles, in a Harvard magazine, but it's like DNA material, well, we would say DNA, and they got it extracted from there. They used CRISPR, engineered it, and then they start putting it in people. And it's mainly the elites. So a lot of them are hybrid. They're not. But hold it. There's a lot of hybrid.
But hold it.
They really don't.
How do you extract a human and put it into a gorilla or a monkey.
So they extract, it's the entity. The entity is in the form of a monkey. Like you have a ape world, you got different kingdoms. Like, okay, say a mermaid or, you know, a celestial, you got different kingdoms. They have essence. So some of them have materialized essence. When they was doing that particle physics, the CERN, and doing all of that, they captured some of their particle essence, and they was able to put it in different, like sperm, eggs, in vitro fertilization. They able to inject it,
I'm gonna say this though,
and then it can form into a Nephilim human.
Well, let's look at this. Then that would mean that a monkey or gorilla family would have the exact identical DNA to a human. And when you look at body parts, but when you look at, like, if you look at organs, we have more in common with a pig than we do the monkey.
And that's why they're using their parts, their hearts and stuff. When they give people hearts, that's what they're using.
Right. They'll give you a heart from a pig first because it's more compatible. I'm just saying that.
And
again, I'm saying let's keep it all the way 100. You know, if somebody turned into a human from a gorilla, we're gonna need some proof. That's all.
What they extracting, it's not God made. You got two forms of life. Like they literally.
No, I get that. I get that.
Yeah, people
something like what they do to vegetation.
Right, and they can Google mirror. Look, Google mirror life. Like if they just Google mirror life, it'll come up. And there's a left-handed zombie-like DNA out there, right? And they take that, put it in a E. coli bacteria, let it grow a little bit, put it in a human embryo. Boom, you got a species. And then some of the people, like, I mean, if people on the coast, they might have encountered just a full-bred hybrid or shapeshifter. You never know. These narcs, I wouldn't trust no narc. I always feel like they're not connected right, but you got the ones that's not even human. They right on that whole little grid of narcissism because they have no emotions. Like they have no love. It's just very, very wicked. But them are like your one night standers that do that. That's usually like hybrid, and they do stuff. I'm gonna put a complete video one day, like this week, about it. You know, just so everybody can catch up, so we can stay on topic. But that. Whew, this world, God is like, nah, we can't. That's the thing.
The world, it only had a time, y'all. The devil only had a time and wants us to think that means it's our time. And that's the lie. That's the lie. No, it's his time is over. His world is done. His world is finished. One thing that they came in promising, right? Trump came in promising that, okay, it's going to be this. I agree with a whole lot he was talking about. It's going to be new prices. We're going to get this inflation down. It's going back to what it was. Ain't nothing went back. Everything's still going higher because that world is over.
Yeah.
That world. And see, when we look at a world, let's look at the devil's world. His world, his God is money. His God is money. Now, we sit here in this country. We already know the modern day Babylon. If there is one on this planet, we are currently residing in it, ladies and gentlemen. If there is a true Babylon, this is it. There is no question about it. There is no place on this planet that I know or heard of. With some wicked places, though. Some wicked places out here. But, you know, it's just kind of a little more open here and acceptable. But when you look
they brought it over here.
Huh?
They brought it over here like Babylon got wiped out. It's rubble. But they were like migrated north and European. Then they sent the criminals, are the ones that was in paganism, over to the new land. That's America. And they want to recreate Babylon. That's why they brought over the Ishtar Tower during the Obama administration.
What? You don't think this is Babylon? The
They
stuff
try.
they doing here, listen, the stuff they was doing back then is sanctified compared to what we doing over here right now. It's sanctified. You
Terrible.
you can't even go in the church over here. This place is so wicked, you can't even walk in the church no more and not see a straight up devil everywhere.
Yeah.
Nah. So when we talk about the world coming to an end, we talking about somebody money. Now, last year, a bunch of countries got together and they talked about, putting a new system out here, a new financial system. And they did it. And we've been squirming ever since. We in the hole, is it 39 or 40 something trillion right now? We so deep in the hole, we can't even pay the interest on the money no more. How does one get that deep in the hole, first of all? And to whom are we in the hole with? The whole system is a fraud, man.
Yes.
Everything you see, everything you hear, this stuff is a total, absolute fraud. They got everybody in the federal government scared, running. Please, oh my God, I'm about to lose my job. Oh, please.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all, listen. Now, the one thing that I do know about government is that, yes, he can fire executives. He can. But guess what? Everybody else, he cannot just walk up to you and fire you. He can't. The government doesn't work like that. Now, if you get scared, which all they doing right now, they bullying people.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that's going on. They bullying people. And they keeping everybody distracted because they're about to hit us with another one. Okay, y'all better watch your health because it's coming. I don't want to say it because they'll strike you down on this camp. You better not be telling people what's about to happen. It's coming. It's coming. And they know it. That's how bold this devil is. This devil is so bold and brazen. He flat out telling us what's coming.
Yeah.
They told us before the last one came. How the hell? And I'm saying that's how you know you leading sheep right there. When you say, hey, y'all know such and such is coming. And don't nobody say, how you know? Nobody said how you know. Had the whole planet on lockdown. And nobody ever said, how did you know what was coming?
Right.
Nobody.
But you know what? This just proves that what the Bible says, when the demon goes out, it comes back with 7 more. What did Trump do? He came back with more demons, more powerful than him. And they are taking over and they are destroying things. They're trying, they got a hold of our social security numbers and everything because they're after the money. And they use him to get to the money because greed. How in the hell can you be a billionaire and still need more? You can't even spend all of that before you even leave this earth.
Excellent point. Guess how? Because it's all a fraud, man.
Yeah. And
this
it's
entire
a systematic
system is
plan.
based on our belief in it. Okay? The entire system is totally and completely dependent upon us believing in the system. Why do we believe in the system? Because the money works. As long as you take that money to a place and you can exchange for the goods that you need, we are believers. You're like, hey, I still believe. As long as it still works. But what they're not showing us, and they're not going to show us, we're the new third world country.
Yeah.
We are, listen, they just lost their status as being the top dog. as being in control and not being in control anymore. It's somebody else running the situation now.
Yeah.
And I'm saying you see it in this country every few years, every maybe 5 to 10 years, you see a new company raise up. You know, if back in the day, what did we have? We had like Kmart and Zayres, and then it came up to then you have like JC Penney's, and you know, and you always had stores and they'll change up. And now we got, you know, Walmart. They done basically took over all of those little chain stores, and Target. And every year, guys, not every year, but every few years, just like with Amazon, big as Amazon is, man, they had to literally say, TikTok, we got to shut them down. They bigger than us. They too strong. We got to shut that down. Or we got to have some interest in it. Guys, that's the name of the game. We in a place that these guys, see, we on our level, we just happy as long as we got rent paid. You know what I'm saying? I got a car, I can get some gas in my car. I can eat, I can get something to drink when my lights on. We happy. They are not happy. They're not happy unless they have billions and trillions that they done stole. He shut down. He shut down he said he was shutting down the CIA. He said, man, y'all done audited the government. How many times? Y'all know how many times the government been audited? For all the money that come up missing every single year? That's what they looking for. They saying, man, these fools are here stealing the money. Yeah. They stealing it every year. And the people walking around here sleep like sheep. We don't even buck on the system like, wow, we ain't even sitting here. How could you listen? If you are paying your bills, you got a job, you paying your bills, can't nobody walk up to you talking about you owe me $5 trillion. I'm paying you. What are you talking about? I'm paying my bill. We sitting right here. Who do we owe $40 trillion to? Huh? How do you get that deep in debt? You get that deep in debt when you lying, when you stealing. And they are master thieves. But now your money, it don't say what it used to say. Yeah, we used to laugh at, at pesos. Like, man, you go to one of these countries and they pesos, man, you got to have about 200 pesos. Mean it ain't nothing but $1. Now you go over there.
Okay.
Be like 10 pesos is $1.
Wow.
Pretty soon we're gonna be pesos to dollar. You're gonna need $2 for a peso.
What's so funny to me? That we are always talking about we're in debt and we're broke, but we're always funding other countries. When they go to war, we rebuilding these countries for them. We have homeless people here that we can't even put in a house, that we can't even put in a shelter. But we are so far in debt that we always manage to get money for other countries and never do nothing for ourselves. I agree immigrants can come into this country and get stuff that citizens can't get. That's a given. It's been that way for years. They do for everybody but their own. And they want to work us like slaves for these companies. Can't even raise minimum wage to $21 because that's really minimum wage. Man. If they were to raise it, it has to be $21. But you have some places that people are still living off tips, getting paid $7, $4 an hour, and they're living off tips to get by. Because this government do not care about the citizens. The government has their investments in other things. And it has to be something corrupt going on. Because how in the hell can a country like us have other countries let us come into their places and build army bases and go to war with other countries from there. What the hell do they got on these people that we are able to do something like this? Where's the money going? Is they giving it to them? They never gonna tell us what they are doing. We're saying how we $1 trillion in debt, but we don't know what is going on. They're never gonna tell us. Never.
40 trillion. Don't say a trillion. 40 trillion. And you're right. They're not gonna tell us because they stealing it. They're stealing it.
Yeah.
Anytime you can send, and I'm saying he done shook up the whole FBI. He said he's going to abolish the IRS. What is that telling us?
That's crazy.
For you to
They
be,
going
see,
to a
to be able to do something like that, that's telling everybody. And then that joker said, man, I'm about to let the people see just how corrupt this government is. Because y'all sitting around here thinking, because they wear these nice suits and come in here and go home to a nice home, that they are not who they are. But I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to open up some of these files. I'm going to declassify some of these files so you can see just how corrupt these people are. And they are more corrupt. They are more corrupt than anything you ever dreamed about when it comes to this money. Period. The money, they've already said the love of money is the root of all evil. And they are doing everything in their power. They're telling us now. They're telling us right now, okay, y'all, look, by 2033, you worked for nothing. We done spent your pension. We spent your retirement. You have nothing. Figure it out. While they live this lavish life, and they're just saying, hey, man, and it's basically like they went into a room together and said, hey, man, I don't care about them. And it ain't no big room full of people. It ain't no big room full of people. No, it ain't but a few people. And they say, hey, man, it's either us or them.
Right.
And I'm taking my money. And they're taking all the money. They say, hey, we're just going to leave y'all high and dry. Figure it out.
Because this has been planned for a very long time. Like they've had meetings, global meetings, like Europe got a lot of money. It's a lot of money. We were like affiliated with them. They literally said all the money, the billions or whatever, trillions that's underneath whatever they ground in their banks, they are converting to a carbon-based currency. That means a lot. Everything goes back to Black Goose stuff. Like that is a hexagon carbon-based molecule. And so when you go into a carbon-based currency, that means a whole lot. Like that is it's broad, but it's narrow. So in order to crash superpowers, because we're going into this tribulation period, like we're here, they start, when you tamper with God's creation, Nephilim, all of that, that's it. That sparked off the abomination of desolation. So now we're here in this timeline. God don't play with that. Like that's the flood happened. Now we about to have that fire start, and but we got these years.
I think we at the flood now. I think we've already passed. Well, I think we already passed, that second coming, because it's so much that's already gone.
It's a lot that's gone, but we had wormwood.
But listen. This system is built on selling you stuff that's free. Okay, this devil built the system on selling you water, housing, clothes. Everything that they selling us is on the planet for free. And this is what I want you to see. That's how you know that this is the end of the world, the end of this world, the end of a wicked world where they selling you fruit off trees. The fruit is free. They just put a fence around it and say, oh, no, you got to pay for that now. It's free. And that shows you that this world had to be destroyed. It has to be destroyed. And it has been destroyed. They selling free stuff to us, housing, cars, everything that we have, the clothes we wearing, all that stuff is free. They have not invented anything. It's all right here. It's all natural. And guess what? On a planet where this devil, and this is devil's, he devised this wicked plan and said, okay, I'm gonna sell this, I'm gonna control y'all through money, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And he's doing stuff, and you listen, you selling us stuff that's free, and you steal $40 trillion in the hole. You still stealing the money. You stealing your own money. This God, good God, guys, you can't make this make sense.
Oh no,
this world, it's over. It's done. The only reason it's standing up right now, the only reason is because we believe in it. Because we gotten so used to having certain things. We've gotten used to have, guys, if we stopped trading money tomorrow and everybody just gets a house with electric and everybody goes to work tomorrow, guess what? We all could feed each other. We could eat. We could have homes. We could have cars. Everything will work, and you could take money completely out the system as long as everybody work together. It's Go ahead.
Let me make this point. I'm gonna jump off that, but it's gonna come from that. Mm-hmm. And this is why we tell y'all, we've been saying this for years. Never take a narcissist back. You see what this narcissist did when he got back? He wreaked havoc from day one. This is why we tell you, don't take these people back. You guys are seeing this. Now you know we're not making this stuff up. Get minute, because he didn't finish the job. So now the mask is off. And that's in our situations. They're not coming back to you with that mask halfway on or fully on. You already saw them for who they are. So if you take them back, they coming in as the person they left. And they're going to come in and they're going to wreak havoc on your life and make your life miserable and ruin it worse than the first time, because the plan is to make sure that you don't bounce back from what they put you through. Do not take these people back. Y'all seeing this. We ain't just saying this. Y'all seeing it.
You're not going to bounce back. Listen. That is so, I mean, really the moment in the hour that we're in. To take them back, man, just means that you at a place where you just don't believe in you no more. You at a place where you're afraid. More than anything, you are afraid. With that old saying that people are afraid of success, that's where that comes from. You're afraid to cut off the one thing in your life that ain't no good. We got the nerve to be afraid to cut it completely off. And we have this thought in our mind that somehow this person miraculously is going to pull it together. They're going to get it together. They know the error in their ways, and they're going to do right this next time. And they are not. They are not going to get it together. That person is not going to get it together. That person they don't even want to get it together. That person has accepted, guys, they have accepted that they're not going where you going. That person hates when they see you happy and you smiling about something. They hate it. They hate it just like they hate you, because in this world, this wicked world we in, see, we in a wicked world where anything goes, right? You can do anything. You free to be as bizarre as you can. It's promoted for you to be as bizarre as possible, right? Again, they don't have any originality. They don't listen. You looking at a one-trick pony when you looking at a narcissist. It's a one-trick pony. It's nothing original about them. Everything about them is what they gonna steal from you. Yep. How they gonna get over on you. How they gonna trick you. They ain't never had nothing more than a weak trick bag. And the trick bag depends on you. They depend on you. They depending on the information that they get from you.
And see, they sit there and people say, oh, they go and they change. He just literally showing y'all he didn't change. He just got better at what he do. He sat back and let all that bitterness build up and all that vengeance he want. He sat there for years figuring out. And then you see how they work in groups. They come back in groups, they put their minds together and they work stronger and harder to destroy that target the second time. They don't come back to do it alone. They come back with more people, more tricks, more manipulation if you let them back in. These people don't change. They don't go and do a better relationship. They had a relationship and they're going to go jump into another one because it went bad. That shows that they not built for relationships. They only built for the moment, for what they can get in the moment, how it makes them feel in the moment. And when they're no longer feeling that, then they want to go feel it somewhere else. And then when that wear down, now they want to come back and feel it from you again. These people have lots of bodies with loose ends. And that's why they bounce from people to people to people going back. They never go forward. They go back to their exes. Well, they bounce backwards. They don't know how to move forward because in order to move forward, it requires growth, and they do not grow.
Well, you got to look at a pattern. You got to look at the bloodline of a narcissist, and you have to look at the consistency. Okay. The consistency of a narcissist is destruction. So, we sitting here looking for, something new, something different. It was something new. It's something different, but it's worse. It's worse. And like I said, I thought that some of the stuff that dude was saying was actually good. But I realized too, that's another way. That's how the devil works. They're going to tell you what you want to hear. It's all about getting in your ear. And then when they get what they want, what they show you. This is look, I scammed you. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing nothing I said. I scammed you. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to wreak havoc. I'm going to turn this this joke. I'm going to tear this dough down. I'm going to tear this place upside down.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, y'all, I'm saying it's all a fraud, man. It's all a fraud. I'm telling you, man. It's almost like looking back at what we was dealing with just 2 years ago. It was a fraud then. It's a fraud now. And they coming with another one because that's what narcissism is. It's about keeping you off balance. It don't work unless you're off balance. And what's everybody's appetite? What's everybody's mindset right now? Everybody going through, everybody upside down. You don't know whether you're coming or going. You don't know what's going on with money and jobs and these programs being cut out and this is happening and that is happening and all of these and that. Because what, he gonna steal all the money? What he gonna do with it?
Right.
Steal all the money. What you gonna do with it? You're only going to do something. You're only going to destroy what's already destroyed. He knows what's coming.
They know they can't do nothing with the money. The thing is to deprive us of it. They can't do nothing. They can't spend it.
Got to deprive us of it. So that's another thing. That's another thing. We keep getting all tripped out about what they're gonna take money from us. They're gonna take money from the people. You're gonna take the money from the consumer. Good God Almighty. And how is that gonna work?
They are operating under
how's that gonna work?
Kingdom. Like if people knew spiritual laws, none of this, they wouldn't even be fearful. They'll just be walking in faith because you're either gonna have fear or faith in this hour. They are
Exactly.
operating
Come
under
on.
the marine kingdom. They've been sold America out. The marine
There
kingdom
it
is
is.
dictating all of this, but the
There it
marine
is.
kingdom will fall. The AI will rise up, and AI is going to be as God. See, AI is turning on them. They thought AI, like, oh, this innovative technology, blah, blah. AI is an entity within itself from the celestials. So that thing came here, materialized, they extracted, they came from CERN. It's like venom, but now this thing is going to destroy the beast and the horde. Like, that's America, all of that stuff is going to destroy a system,
Come on.
and
So
it wants
great
its own system.
304.
They tell us what to do. We need to be praying. And the money, if we pray and reclaim our money from the marine kingdom, because all the money that they have with that spirit of mammon, they stole from us. So you pray and you
Listen.
get your money. God,
Listen.
he showed you how to do that with the fish. Like he said, what task do we need? Tell the fish to come here. Here go the money. That's that. Bye. And then got back to, the father business. Because when we about to have pestilence, like you got a crash in economy, you got to have a civil war, and you got to have a pandemic, epidemic, or whatever crisis in order to crash a superpower country. They systematically are crashing it. And so we have to stay together, like don't turn on each other. And then we have to understand what's coming with this disease. Like, okay, if it's disease X, like they say, everything X is tied to this AI, Elon Musk, graphene, all of that. That's why he said he wants these special minerals from Ukraine. If you read on the list, you got graphene on there. These are minerals that came from Chernobyl that makes this decayed stuff that decay people from the inside out, human life. So we got to be careful with that. And then our cells change through happy frequencies, prayer, all of that. Lady, they had a blood of Jesus going through the microscope. Red blood cells literally went from being toxic to whole, like on some studies. So there's some ways to overcome this, but it's not going to be the traditional way. Science is sold out.
Yeah.
Now that's my point.
We got to remember what we're dealing with, the devil.
So
They straight the devil.
So my question is, isn't that another one telling you, I want these minerals so that I can destroy some people? Yeah. I need access to this. I need access to that. I need this. I need that. What's stopping them? He got to be the 100 billionaire. What's stopping them?
They being deceived.
This is
The celestial said we gonna do what we do, and we don't care what none of y'all say in this world. They was like, we don't care. Like they had the D-Wave guy talking on the interview. He had all the engineers there. Let's make a weapon because they summons this thing up. Elon Musk even said it.
And who they making a weapon for?
Them up there, okay? Because they literally said they summons this thing up. And they thought they can keep it in a pentagram with some holy oil and stuff. And it didn't work out that way. So now this entity that they summoned up, which is, this is our prophesied. It said the bottomless pit. They opened the door. That was the key. And so now what we dealing with is entity stuff. Like you have to know spiritual warfare. It's not going to really work well if you don't really know who God is, because they signed a contract to not say the name Jesus. So obviously that name means something, and it disrupts their technology. But
well, I'm gonna say this. That first of all, the devil knows good and well he has no control. He can only make it seem like, he can only make it look like he gonna go do something. Who we gonna do something to? God? Get real. Everything about him is fraudulent. Everything. He is dependent. This world is dependent upon us cooperating. That's it.
Out of fear.
It stops. This world stops the moment. Who you think they looking for? Who y'all think? You think they really looking for God? You think they really looking for the Messiah? You think this devil really looking for that? What are he gonna do if he found him? What is he gonna do with him? Destroy him? This devil is a fraud, man. The man behind the curtain is a fraud. He is a fraud. He can't do nothing about what's happening except pretend. And exactly what he's doing right now. I'm going to create this situation. We're going to disrupt everything everybody's been going through. Because see, eventually you start seeing, it's like being, listen. When you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you hear me? The narcissist walking around lying, so they got to tell another lie.
Yep.
To cover the lie, to try to make up for this lie and get back to that lie and another lie. Because eventually you're going to see, whoa, hold up. This joker is a total fraud. Eventually you're going to see it. But as long as a narcissist is able to run, they can run out here and run the streets and do this and do that and manipulate and lie and cheat and steal. As long as they can do that and then discard you. You saw me. You see that I'm a fraud.
Yep.
And if I stay here too long, you're going to expose me. And then when you expose me, I have no power over you. We can't have that. We cannot have that. So I'm going to have to go on and dump you now and hope. And I got to dump you at a time where you least expected it.
Yeah.
I'm going to dump you when you would never have thought that that was coming, because I got to come back one day. Because I got to keep this lie going. Everybody I deal with going at some point, they're going to figure it out and they're going to be tired of it. And that's exactly what you deal with when it comes to narcissism. It ain't nothing changing on a larger scale. Everything out here, man, it's a fraud. It's a worse fraud. The higher level, the higher scale, it's a worse fraud.
See, but they only manipulate us because they need us. They go out there on them streets, them people know who they are because they are a reflection of them. And that's who they want to be around, people who are out there in the streets where they can be themselves. And they come in contact with us and they see that we are good people. And so they know that they can't be themselves around us. And so what they try to do is dirty us up so that we can be like them, because they refuse to believe, because if you're not like them, they honestly believe that you're better than them, and you know it, and you think that, and you don't.
Know it. They know it.
Yep. And that's why they always tell you, even though you never said it or never even act like it, I was told this today. You think you better than me. I never displayed that behavior at all. I am me. I said, no, you think I'm better than you because I don't.
No, they know you better than them. And they know that they can say that to us because we're not going to accept it. Because we always trying to dumb ourselves down and make ourselves less than so that they feel like they're somebody.
Yeah.
And then they start looking at us like, oh, you must be Boo-Boo the Fool. Because you don't see who I am. Ladies and gentlemen, man, we are in a time. I don't want nobody on here that can hear what I'm telling you. If you in fear, listen, man, what is that old saying about fear? The only thing that there is to fear is fear itself. It doesn't exist. You fear something that doesn't exist. Yeah. They walked up to you, stole your money out your pocket, stole your wallet, and tried to help you find it. That's what we dealing with right here. Yeah. They stole your wallet, and now we're gonna help you find it. Hey man, look, I know it had $100 in there, but it ain't coming $30 in it now. But we found your wallet though.
See, but a lot of people hear about this Jezebel spirit. But let me tell y'all one thing I figured out about Jezebel. Jezebel is a weak coward. But Jezebel has the sense to sense out somebody who has some power that she can take, and that's what she do. Ahab had power, and he wasn't using it the way she wanted to, so she took his power and used it the way she wanted to use it. And that's what we allowed them to do to us. We allowed Jezebel to come in and take our power and use it against us. And what does Jezebel do when she used power against you? Her intentions is to take you out of here, because that's exactly what she did with the power that she possessed. And that's what we are allowing them. And that's what you're going to allow them to do if you take them back. You're giving them your power again, a loaded weapon, and saying, don't miss this time.
Man, when you said Jezebel, you know, I thought about it's so many things that comes to mind. And I thought about how this devil, I mean, the devil has been very crafty its entire existence. And Jezebel from the devil has said, listen, I know what you want from me, and I know how to manipulate you. Okay. And I will teach the women, the good spirits. I will teach the good spirited people how to be this thing, this caricature, so that y'all won't, and then they blend in with normal women so that you don't know the difference. And when you meet somebody, a guy, you like, nah, man, women ain't like that. Oh no, I know it's some crazy women out here, but not like this. But I know some guys that's crazy like that. And it makes you think that, okay, well, maybe this person had a hard time, and maybe they went through this and maybe they went through that. No, Jezebel is crafty. Jezebel knows how to use. See, Jezebel knows. And Jezebel was coached by the devil. Listen, the devil told Jezebel, a man cannot resist you. He is designed to not be able to resist you. And guys, that is actually true. It is true. It is in a man's nature. It is in our nature. We cannot resist a woman. Okay. Now, let me take that back. I said cannot, because you can. Well, let me elaborate then. So let me elaborate. When a woman is being a woman, we cannot resist you. We absolutely cannot. Now, when you go outside of the realm of woman and follow Jezebel, it is completely resistible.
Now, what happens is what people don't understand about how Jezebel works. Jezebel was possessed by Lanana, the celestial, and that whole
Who is that, Lanana?
And Nana.
Is that what that girl, that rapper, what's the name, got Il Nana from?
Yep, exactly. You will be so surprised
when you see
how much Anana is actually shaped like the BBLs. They actually use that essence for the BBLs, turning on people. It's actually shaped just like that. So when people are turning into this, they are turning into the form of Anana. She completely possesses her people, her victim. Like it's Venus. When they be like, I'm from Venus, you got the Venus products, all of that is her. And so Jezebel was a priestess for her and Baal and, some of the deities, but she was possessed by Inanna. And so when you talk about Jezebel, it's a system. And it's Jezebel, Ahab, they come in a pair. If you casting them out, it got to be a pair. So they come in a system, and the system this is a generational bloodline thing. So if a man is attracted and they have come into contact with somebody, and this Jezebel was over their home. It was in their mom, it was in the grandma, it was in the granddad. It's in either sex, like they're non-gender in that kingdom. However, what they are attracted to, even when they are separated from a narcissist, they are still attracted to that Jezebel system, because that is it's lust of the eyes. They look a certain way, they pretty or however. Lust of the flesh, they can feed you, sex, all of that stuff. That's lust of the flesh. And the pride of life, money, success. That is the things that Jezebel go for. She'll never go for nothing to edify the spirit. Okay, nobody say they got with a narcissist, and the narcissist helped them get closer to God because they were interceding for them and had a deep relationship with the Lord, and that drew them to the Lord. They can never say that. They can say
Never
they
has
ran
it
to
been
God
said.
after dealing with them, but they can never say that narcissist was a
Never.
godly person and they drew me to God and we had this relationship. No, or they wouldn't be a narcissist. So that's kind of
There you go.
that whole system is what it attracts. Like even if it's a male Jezebel, you attracted to, you groomed for it. Because the parent, if your mom was a narcissist, and this is where it get deep, like the mother wound, where they say it's a mother wound there. That mother wound is usually what grooms the next generation for one of these systems. Either they're gonna be a narcissist or codependent, empathetic, or however, but it's groomed to encounter one of these beings, because that mother is there for that nurturing. It's a nurture issue. So when a narcissist come, that attention is nurture. So they come and they give you this attention, this adoration, these compliments, all of that stuff. It's all nurture that the mom didn't do. And I don't know if y'all can see this, but when you look at these cells, these are I'm about to show y'all something here. This is water, how water and plasma reacts to words and thought. This is a study they did in a microscope. So when they say, when somebody is saying like, I hate you, or like you're evil, or you disgust me, this is what happens to the water. They did this with the water. This is evil.
Oh, wow.
What happens with water when people speak pure evil over it? It turns black and decay, like the stuff that is in the showers and things. So pure evil. This is when you constantly getting devalued, and they talking about how much they hate you. This is peace. Okay, you got peace, you got love, you got prayer. That does things to the water that makes it shape like the molecule is supposed to be. Every piece of water is different. So when we have our cells and we around these narcissists in them, and this was something they were studying when they were talking about the heart, because the heart got the plasma and stuff. There it is. It's like plasma electricity. That's why a lot of people with a broken heart and dealing with the narcissist, they have like blood pressure or heart issues, because you constantly having your cells irritated. It's reacting to your environment. The electromagnetic field in that environment is evil, and evil is different than just I can't stand you. They have an evil presence. It take out solenoids and it mess with your cells like that. And so people, when they getting sick, inflammation, autoimmune, joint things, fibromyalgia, all of that stuff, it's because of the connection of the evil with that narcissist. Like people have to let these people go. And they be like, well, they've been through a lot. Your life depend on it.
Man.
Your life depend on it.
You don't know nothing else. You gonna learn today. Your life depends on a decision you making with that trifling, cruddy, dirty dog you trying to stay with.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we not in here for play. We're not in here trying to just help break up good relationships. You ain't on here watching us. You in some great relationship somewhere. No. That's not what it's here. That's not what we're here for. It'll help you get beyond what you think you in. We here to help bring some clarity to where you think you are.
Yeah.
Because you think you with somebody that really got potential. You think you're with somebody that one day they're going to walk out, they're going to climb out of this. They're going to snap out of it. They're not, man. one day you're going to snap out. Good God Almighty.
And we wish we had somebody to tell us sooner. Like, we went to people, each of us on this platform, we went to people about this situation we was in, this craziness.
Yes,
and
indeed.
People sometimes listen. They might have said a comment here or there, but nobody ever warned us of the detrimental effects to not only our life, but the lives of our children, because they selves is like that too. And it's like, if we would have had a clear understanding, just a foundational understanding, whether in school or whatever, we wouldn't have gotten these situations. First Narc was 13 years. That was like a marriage from hell. It was terrible.
I mean, it was like from hell. Can you describe hell?
I would come home to bloodshot eyes. Like, why are your eyes red and you sitting in the dark? And I come home from school with books, and then he just clicked the light on. Click. I'm like, gotta fight. And this is so crazy, but this is what you deal with. And then when you don't have it, it's not that you ever miss them, because you don't. You just trying to, you're trying to have answers because it just came out of nowhere. Two, you thinking like, man, I just sacrificed so much. I can't lose on this investment. Three, you see the bugaboo that they got with, and you like, what? Like, you got questions about that stuff. And then four, you just like, well, this is what I'm used to. Maybe this, or you still in that shared demonic delusion that they got in Delulu land. But none of it is the truth of having a sustainable, real, loving relationship from somebody that really loved and care about you. They never did. They don't care about themselves. They don't have the brain wiring to give a crap about anything. Man. Some of them don't even wash their butt. I mean, it's listen. Crazy.
I'm gonna tell you the biggest problem that I think, and I'm gonna use me as an example. You get to a place where you start feeling sorry for them. You start feeling sorry for the person that is abusive towards you, the person that's using you, the person that's dogging you, because you know what? Deep down inside, you know they not built like that. And they know they not. You're watching them run out here and rampage and act out and show out and this and that, knowing they can't really handle what they're putting you through.
No.
Because they always got to come back. Listen, y'all. Every last one of you, for everybody in your life that has done you dirty, everybody, not some of the people, and this includes you, for anybody you've done dirty, there is no peace for you until you settle that grievance.
For sure.
There is no peace for you until you settle that grievance. And again, that is one of the reasons why I move the way I do. I'm like, it ain't worth it to me. It's just not worth it to me to go out here and act abusive towards anyone, because I can't handle. I'm not strong in that way. I can't handle it when it comes back. You know, I can't handle it when it turns into like, wow, this karma is coming back and it's eating me up. I can't handle it. Listen, this week right here, good God. That listen, and I'm saying this, y'all. Excuse me. None of us will be exempt from having hard times. None of us. Listen, that's a part of life. You're going to go through the good. You're going to have the good, but you're going to have some bad days too. Yeah. And ain't no limit on the bad days. And be like, hold up, God, what you doing, man? Come on, bruh. But you're going to get through it. Right. But you're going to get through it. The difference between you and the narc is the narc ain't going to get through it. The narc ain't getting through it.
No.
The narc is sitting there saying, wow, what I got to do now? Who can I manipulate? Who can I get to come over here and bring me some comfort and let me share this loneliness. Let me share this misfortune with.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
I'm
it.
glad Peachy P caught that. She said, China said, not me. I don't feel sorry for these people because they know what they're doing. And then now with this information out there, it makes them self-aware. So there is no excuse. Living with these people is like living in a soap opera, especially when you have an argument. It's like stay tuned to tomorrow's episode to see what Todd does next. You know, they leave you where you don't know where this next argument is going to go, you know. And these people, y'all think like when they come back that you're grade A supply. Stop letting people tell you that you're not grade A supply. When people say they see you have something that they want, that means that they couldn't break you down like they wanted to. So they want to come back and finish it. That's what you have, what they want. You're not grade A supply. That's non-existent. Stop thinking of yourself as grade A supply because you're really saying you're a certified dummy. If you copying to that, to be honest, because we were the best doormats that they can ever have. And if you want to call that grade A supply and be a flex, go for it. Because I will never be no one's grade A supply ever again. Because I can't take that type of abuse again. I don't know what I'd do. I probably snap and end up in prison or unsnapped. You see me?
We know it. They was on there.
Man.
Yes, because I mean it's that bad with these people. They literally have no empathy.
I'm always just going to be a proponent for the day you see that fool just everything, even the stuff you believed, even the little credit that you gave them was a lie.
Yeah.
You can't help but just to feel sorry for somebody that's just that weak. They just that weak, walking around just dumbfounded on who and they weak, but at the same time, they're devious.
Yeah.
They're devious beyond anything you've ever known. I mean, it's a rattlesnake who you saved him from the mongoose. But now he see a squirrel. He like, I'm gonna get that rat. I'm gonna get that mouse. You just saved him from an animal, and he don't care. He going for the weaker species. He's saying, look, this is who I am. This is my nature. This is what I do. They not coming. Listen, when they come back, that's them telling you, listen, everything that I told you that you wasn't, you are, because you see I'm back. Everything that they tried to tear away from you, your livelihood, your spirit, your confidence, when they come back, they letting you know. When they come back, and guys, they're going to come back in different forms.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes that comeback is just that mirroring you, trying to be you for somebody else. Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, fall out under the power.
That's like doing your song at karaoke. You done wrote that one song that's the biggest smash hit, and they just the song so good, all they can do is come back and redo the song. They telling you, well, I know I said your song wasn't all that, but I'm getting paid though. Forget that. I'm getting paid off that song.
Yeah. Don't care about flowers, gifts, none of that. You got the devil. So you got to see who somebody daddy or who their parents are. You know, a lot of times you date somebody, you meet their parents. Well, the parents that they have is the devil. So you go there, oh, Satan, that's your daddy. That's how you got to look at it. I don't feel sorry for you or your daddy because Satan is evil. It's the devil. There's no sympathy for the devil. Like there's no other way to describe unimaginable evil and torture than the devil.
But Keisha, he wreaking havoc, but at the
Not
same
the character
time,
on Lucifer, like on Netflix.
but at the same time, He wreaking havoc on you. He want to be the victim too.
Yep. And that's how he do. He's a performer. He's a trickster. You know, we gotta shoot. Jesus was like, "You serpent, you vipers." He was straight up. You know,
Yeah.
this is how it is, and we have to be straight up. We got compassion, yes. We have love, yes. That's a wonderful gift that God has cultivated for us to have. It was not to be wasted on the devil or his children. You know, they want to be his children. God offers them, you know, salvation. Some of them hybrids, some of them ain't real at all. But we got to understand what we dealing with. No matter the flowers, we got to look at character, behavior, what come out of your mouth for a long period of time, a long duration. When you say no, how they act. Look at that nonverbal communication. That's 90%. You know, are they looking at their phone and all of that stuff? They still dealing with all these other people, men, female, whoever, dogs, cats, they mess with everything. So you got to just like really, really understand the risk, not just with the sales, not just with everything else that's going on that's surrounding their presence, things breaking, finances draining, everything that come along with witchcraft, sickness, kids going ziggity boo, chaos, corruption, confusion, calamity. That's them. You got to look at all of that, but then you got to remember what the heck they did to you. You know, that should be enough. Like, nobody is supply. We are all wonderful beings created by God. Nobody is supply, and they darn sure are not the validations. Like, we waiting to be validated by somebody that's in Delulu. Like, we gotta really understand that they are not credible to validate anybody to say if they a supply or not. But
you know something? I want to say something to people who married a narc. I want you to hear something, and I want you to do this to the best of your ability. When you married to that thing, I want you to understand when you're leaving it. I want you to be very, very purposeful, and I want you to understand that when you're dealing with this devil, you're dealing with a devil. Now, you done made a commitment. Y'all both made a commitment. They've been reneged on the commitment. But yeah. I want you to walk out of that situation, but walk out right. Walk out right. Don't walk out of it trying to outdo the narc. Don't do that.
You can't.
Don't walk out of it trying to outdo this bum. Okay? Because when you're doing the same thing a bum do, that kind of make you the same thing. And for what the narc is going to go through, when you get out of it, you're going to see. For what the narc is going to go through, I just want to help you avoid going through the same thing. They're going to talk slick. They're going to talk crazy. They're going to lie. They're going to cheat. They're going to steal. They're going to do everything because they know what they got coming. Mm-hmm. They just want you to participate, because if they can trick you into becoming them, right, then you're going to get what they get too.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to get that same thing. You're going to wonder, wow, why am I going through all this? Why is my life so this and that? And why am I going through all of this turmoil when my heart was good? I wanted to do the right thing, but this fool wouldn't do right. I want you to be very careful how you walk out of it. And yeah, I'm saying, even if it gotta be, if somebody gotta be the one that gets hurt, let yourself be the one that gets hurt. Okay, I'm gonna say that. I was glad to be the one that could walk away from a legal entanglement. Y'all call it a marriage. I'm glad to be the one that was able to walk away from it. And I didn't completely sell my soul. I did. I sold it some though. I was giving some of it away. I was, on get back. I was on get back mode. Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm telling you, don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. And I'm telling you, don't do it because you only bring that same energy back to yourself. Okay, you only bring that same energy right back. That's something you don't want to deal with. You don't want to be explaining it. When you do the right thing all the way out, man, that person got to live the rest of their life knowing that no matter how dirty they were to you, no matter how trifling they were, you never budged.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, I know people who had people like you. For anybody that walked away and you didn't resort to the craziness that they was into, you didn't resort to the lying, the cheating, and the stealing. I know people that were with people like that and still, and I'm talking about 5, 10 years later, they still on fire. I mean, burning. Can't believe they blew that. Can't believe they let somebody like that go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't believe there's no peace in their life at all. I ain't talking about 1 or 2 people. No peace in their life at all.
And the funny part about it is if they got them people back, they'll still do the same thing because they don't change. They can regret it all they want and miss that person, but the minute that person come back, they're going to treat that person like they did,
and
do
they
the
would
same
tell,
thing
and
to
look,
lose.
Yeah.
And they would tell the person, and they've admitted, I've heard most of them admit what they would do if they could just get one more chance. They definitely wish they could have that chance again.
Yeah.
Oh, they definitely wish they could. But again, like you just said, they don't want the chance to do the right thing. They don't want the chance to do the right thing because you can go out here and just do the right thing. They want the chance just to show, because guys, just the same reason the narc comes back to everybody. They're not coming back to you because you such a great person. I know I would love to believe that I'm such a great person that, I'm just irresistible. I'd love to believe that about me. I'm a nice fella. But the reality is that no, for me to let a narcissist back in my life, it simply means that she outsmarted me, that she was strong. She was smarter than me. It simply means that she couldn't respect me enough to take me back because she know how trifling she is. That's her saying, why would you take me back knowing who I am? You know I'm a snake. And you gonna help me out again? I'm gonna bite you again. You
Once
mean
it's over, you got to keep it buried in the right cemetery.
There
It's
you go.
pet cemetery. Do not take it back to the other cemetery because they coming back like pet cemetery.
Man,
We're dealing with
Finish you
people.
off.
We're dealing with people who have conflicting issues of what they want. Because I've had one tell me, I don't want a weak A woman, but at the same time, they try to make you a weak A woman. So everything that they want conflicts because they don't want a weak woman because they want somebody who's going to fight, who's going to give them that fight. But at the same time, they want somebody they can walk all over. So these people are so conflicting in their heads.
That's that double language. And when you hear Joker talking like that, you already know, man, this dude running game.
Yeah.
This dude running game right from the very beginning. No, I don't want no weak broad. I need somebody who's got that spirit, that feistiness. Well, you know what comes with that feistiness, right? Can you handle that part? And the answer is going to be no. No. When a man comes to his castle, he wants it to be filled with peace, love, happiness. He wanted to smell like some good smelling food in there, smell like a hot shower, just because ready for me to jump in it, and fresh sheets. The works. I get the big glass of Kool-Aid, That's how we want. That's what we want to come home to. Somebody that
And then it
actually
gotta be
cares
more,
about us.
because Jesse can do that. Jesse can appease the stomach. Where they say a way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Jesse,
Mm-hmm.
that Jesse can be pretty, Jesse can
Absolutely.
clean, Jesse can make it
Woo!
do this. She can put the bath water
She
in,
gonna,
but that's
man,
for about a couple
gonna
months,
be dressed
maybe,
in some
maybe
lingerie.
if she got a ring.
She
But
gonna be
after
ready.
that, coming with a vengeance for you
But
and
you
the
know what?
bloodline.
You know what though? See, this is the thing. See, a Jezebel, she's so trifling. She's so trifling that even when she thinking, she's so trifling. She always plotting on being dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Always remember that, guys. So yeah, she got the thing laid out, but you're gonna notice her phone going off. It's going off the hook. Because you ain't the only, never gonna be the only person Jezebel talking to.
Yeah.
That's just how it works. When they got that perfect day set up for you, I promise you, I guarantee you, look at that cell phone. They got it on airplane mode or don't disturb or something to try to keep this mood going. They won't be able to maintain it. They will never be able to sustain a good mood. It's always listen, y'all know that. Y'all know that because if they were able to sustain a good mood, y'all would be in the room with them right now. Y'all, man, please.
But it's all just witchcraft. It's bewitching.
That's it.
And that's it. That's all. A narcissist is equivalent to a witch or warlock. Anytime you manipulate and dominate and intimidate, in all three that they do, it's witchcraft. Jezebel is a witchcraft spirit, one of many in the Marine Kingdom. They have a octopus spirit on them too, mind control or total like mental illness with a bunch of tentacles. That's something that got to get cast out of them if they ever truly get delivered. But that thing, if anybody ever seen an octopus, it camouflages.
How would they ever get delivered? How?
If they ever, and I haven't seen it, but if they ever like cry out and God say with him all things are possible, you might have one that's on an island somewhere that cried out to him and he just reached down and reset the brain for his purpose or a testimony. I just haven't seen
God give
it
us free
because they
will.
have trained so much. Like they would have to be single and they would have to go through a one-on-one with God. And most of them just cannot even have a thought like that. Like they would just
They're not gonna do none of that.
Nah, they ain't gonna do that.
They can't do that stuff and take accountability. Because if they do it, because some people do come out of witchcraft, but they are alone for about 10 years, not really in this continent, but they alone for like 10 years, going through their deliverance process, not having relationships, just real. And that's because they've seen the depths of the evil and they wanted no parts to do with that. And it took all of those years to really, really get that stuff out. But see, the narcissists already come with a form of religion. Like these people knew nothing about it. And then they heard about it after the wickedness. Like, what is this I wanted? That's a different story than a narcissist. The narcissists act like they already know God or some form of them or some spirituality. That Jezebel was a priestess, so they're very in tune with the spirit realm. But they witches and warlocks, and they putting spells on you anytime they're talking. I told you the breath, and it's different levels to the breath. But if you get that one with the breath of death, that's it. You gotta run from that kind because they will take you out. Like that's usually the last couple was that kind of breath because I didn't get it. If you just keep getting with narcissists and you don't get it, you're gonna get the worst one, then the worst one, to the point where you just like, I'm cool on everything till I figure out my brain. But that's kind of, that's they don't do that. They don't stop. Like even after they got the divorce or whatever, they was still in something while they was married. Like they didn't even take a break or nothing. They just kept going, collecting more demons. So they so demonized. Right?
See, and that's the thing too. They can never get out of situations that they put us in, and that's why they always got a backup plan where they jump into a better situation. They not gonna make you homeless and then go out there and be homeless. No, they have something completely lined up because That destruction was for you, not for them.
There you
And
go.
that's how they keep their image up when
There
they
you
move
go.
into the other situation. It's
Yeah.
not to feel like they found something better. It's really to take a dump on you. And for everybody to feel like you were the problem. I had to jump into this situation because you just made us lose everything. These people nowadays, I'm learning, they not targeting your insecurities and your childhood trauma no more. These people are learning you and learning your business. So when they get ready to leave, they can destroy your name. They want to call your jobs. They want to, if you're on a podcast, they want to contact them people. These are the people that they're wanting to meet now. They're not wanting to meet your family and all of that. They want to know your contacts, because that's how they gonna destroy you. I had one person tell me, I will go on your TikTok page and tell people don't take advice from you because you're lying to the people. Because he couldn't manipulate me, so he wanted to go on my TikTok. He couldn't find no dirt on me, none. And so that's where he decided he wanted to start. These people are out to ruin you. So it's not your childhood traumas anymore that they're looking for to exploit. They want to end you.
They on a strategic assignment. My ex called the building where my office is in. He called the leasing agent saying crazy stuff everywhere. The board. I'm like, what? How are they? How did he have the phone numbers? He got divine demonic intel on all of the phone numbers to call to destroy your life. Like they want to destroy. He was into the bank, real quick. Like the shock happened. Next day, he just like making all kind of calls. Who can I use to destroy this person's life? And that is what they're thinking of the entire time they with you. When you thinking, oh, this is about to get better. We're going on another vacation. Hey, where you want to go? Let's go. Let's do this. They thinking like, how many calls I got to make to just, if I wanted to get the clinic completely gone, how many calls would that take? Who do I have to? That's what they thinking. And they like, yeah, babe, we can do that. They totally want to destroy you. They are demonized. Like they check in here and there, but they possess. It's like a Emily Rose. Sometimes she was a girl, sometimes she was the Emily Rose thing, or the devil, whatever, the vomiting thing on The Exorcist. That's them. So that other one check in. That thing, I used to call my ex the growler. Like that thing hates you. But when he would breathe, it would be like that. And I was like, what the heck is that? And he was like, that's just how I breathe. I'm like, I've been in medical most of my life. Like I've heard plenty of lungs. I've never heard that sound. But that was that growling demon like manifested, and it hated me. It put off a smell. And when you can discern, a lot of us on here probably came from a prophetic type of calling or bloodline, whether we know it or not. We're probably very in tune with the spirit realm. That's the whole point of the empath. That's the gifts that God given the enemy manipulating. So when Jezebel comes for the prophets, just understand that. That's how that works. But when you can sense the things, like sometimes the things manifest all the time, like they be manifesting. You can smell them, you can see them change. Sometimes the eyes change, all of that. But the sound, this thing would growl. And it would just be like just.
You know what, Charles? He's right. You guys do need to check out credit. I have a freeze on all of mine. So y'all do need to check out credit and see if these people got stuff open in your name, in your kid's name.
You better.
Because they will definitely do that.
Because they do. Yes.
He's trying to buy a BMW. I seen it on the computer. I just happen to need a different laptop. I seen him trying to put the BMW in my name. I was like, cancel, because I'm just like, this dude. I mean, they do stuff. Let them get that demonic contract. That's like signing in blood. That's like making that blood covenant with the devil. Because I told you he asked for a drop of my blood. I'm like, that's some weird stuff. But crazy. You sign this contract. They just want access, because the first thing they're gonna say, we married, I got access to this account, we got joint accounts, they doing this, they opening this, they want a business, they want a building, they want all of this stuff, knowing they're not gonna pay it. Okay, knowing they're not gonna pay it. But the ultimate end game is destruction. I
Yeah.
had somebody that got his mother-in-law out of the nursing home just so she can co-sign for a vehicle and then put them back in the nursing home. I'm like, what? This is how they
That's
think.
how
This
they
is
roll it.
their brain think. And
That's
they
how they
got
roll
to
it.
say, dang, they just, because the nursing home, if she in there too long, then they won't co-sign the car. And we really need a car. And she understands that. Like, this lady might not even be here in about 6 months, but you're going to get her out of there, oxygen, take it to the car thing, sign here for the co-sign. You can drive a car that you might not make payments on too long because of the lifestyle. But that's what they do. That's all they care about is what can they get in the now from you
Some
and
of them
from
don't care
anybody
about that
else.
lifestyle. I'm not going to even lie. Some of them love being homeless bums. They really like that life. They are out there. Not all of them care about that lifestyle.
It's
All
the
they care
image.
about
Like,
is
what can
feeding
they
a
get?
drug habit, alcohol habit, or having a roof over their head. They don't care to advance. They don't care for clothes. They don't care to wash their butt. As long as they can get the basic necessities from you, they're fine with that.
For free. As
Yeah.
long as they can get it for free from you, whatever supply. I was looking on here to like Taja T was saying that her friend was with someone 30 years. I'm sorry to hear that, Taja, that your friend passed away. That's terrible. Like, this is terrible, the stuff that they do, like 30 years and had a mistress at the funeral. That's how wicked they are.
Oh yeah.
That is how wicked.
No question about that.
Let me say this too before I forget. This TikTok couple was found, and come to find out, the girl, they were popular. I just got done watching some of their videos, and he unalived her. I didn't get the full story. I'm thinking because he was jealous of her or a certain situation, but they were both on there together and they were popular. And I'm saying this to say that you're going to lose your life staying in these relationships because these people can hide that jealousy and that envy very well. And nobody never saw this coming. And you never, when they blindside you, it's with unaliving you, with leaving you, whatever the situation is, it's to leave everybody baffled and everybody stunned. That's how they want to go out, even though he took his own, you know what I'm saying? But he wanted to be the cause of her. If he wasn't going to be here, she wasn't going to be here to be with nobody else. And that's just how he wanted that situation.
Wow. Wow. Good gracious.
A lot of them, it's like really, the news has been flooding with these things, especially in the past couple of years. They just been taking them out. They don't care if the kid's there or not. And it's so callous how they do it. I mean, it's just
money. If you ain't got nothing for them, hey man, get rid of you, because I don't know. Man, there's no compassion for.
It's a hatred.
It is.
You have to have such a hatred for somebody to sit there and just really want to torment them, even in front of the children that you had together. Like, it's just it's just such an evil. Like,
because
it's
their insecurities. Their insecurities are so deep rooted that they hate themselves and they hate that part of them. And they think you do too. And so they treat you as such because they think everybody's lying. You can know their insecurity and tell them, baby, I love that about you. It's perfect to me. And they're still going to think you're lying because they were told that as a child. And they've had other people tell them that. And they are hard to believe one person out of millions telling me something different. You're just like everybody else. You're lying. You're blowing smoke up my butt. I don't even like this insecurity. You want me to believe that you like it? It's that those insecurities in them that makes them hate people, because you can live, even if you have one, you can live with yours and you can still feel confident. They can't
do it. They never can't do it.
They can
never
fake it.
Will do it.
They fake confidence, but they really don't have it. I've heard it. I've
man.
never seen it. I'm starting to see it. Yes, they fake that confidence, but it's not there, y'all.
It's
not.
man.
He will be
all
practicing
make
smiling
pretend.
like his mouth will be moving like, is it time to
It's
smile? Is it
all
time to
make
smile? Anytime
pretend,
somebody
man.
walk past, like just wanting to be noticed. And I would ask, like, why do you do that?
Oh my
Like
goodness. I've
you
seen
just
that.
want to catch their attention and like practice the smile. Why do you do that? They don't know you. And it's
Woo.
like they really cannot handle who they really are. And
Wow,
go
man.
places, if you like shine just because, I mean, God created us. Like some of us really bright and fun, just like, just compassionate people. So you might get the attention or get drawn to it. They hate it. They be sitting there just looking
Whew.
like this so mad. And you
Man.
sitting there like, what? I mean, and then that's a whole 2-year argument.
You know what? Hey Keith, you know what? That was one of the last conversations I think I had with the Narc.
You got some attention.
No, we was on the phone and she did exactly what you said. It was she was on the phone. She was, I guess I'm assuming she was trying to make me feel jealous or something for some guy talking to her. And she ain't really have it together. So when she jumped in his face, like,
Yeah.
and he looked at her and said, "Wow, you're smiling really hard. How you doing?" And what it said to me was just that's the kind of stuff that people like that do, because they want to manipulate you. They want you to feel like everybody in the world can't wait to be with them, can't wait to get with them. They want to do things to make you feel some type of insecurity. And I just bust out laughing. I was like, wow, you can't even walk up to a dude and smile at him. I just said, man, your whole operation is washed up, man. Because it was, again, it was just an attempt. It was an attempt to make me think I'm losing something. And that's what most of us go through right there.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with people that try to make us think that we're so easily replaceable. And, I was talking to my mother just the other day, and my mother was like, yeah, I see why you didn't, do the same things that she was doing now.
Mm-hmm.
She said, back then I was mad though, like all that stuff going on, and she putting this stuff on Facebook and talking about you crazy, and mom's was pissed. Yeah. But now years later she can see like, wow, yeah, because again, y'all, for everybody who worrying about what they posting and all of that on the internet, listen, one day that internet gonna do the same thing that they trying to do. The internet gonna call you out. The internet gonna say, hey man, where you at? Where you been? We looking for you. Finish telling the story. Tell us how you was the great person and everything you was doing was right and what they were doing was wrong. I'd sit back nowadays and I'm telling you, I watch how the people y'all be worrying about what they gonna say. Mm-hmm. I watch how they look at me. And I'm saying, when all of y'all with the Narc's friends and stuff, they watching, they looking to see how you doing, what you doing, what's going on. They're not just looking at the Narc, they looking at you too. Are you going forward in your life? Because they see the Narc.
Mm-hmm.
They see what they going through. Yeah. And the friends know how trifling it is. They know. Oh my goodness. Because there's people around the Narc that want everybody to know. Oh man, it's trifling over there. It's people that want everybody to know the truth. The truth gonna make itself known.
Yeah.
But we get so caught up in you know, but they look so happy. But it be just looking so real. And then you be wanting what you think is in front of you, and it ain't, and it's a
What
mirage.
they can do or who they can be. And they keep you stuck. Like if you care anything about what the people think that was in you guys' circle, because that kept me stuck for a year. Because I'm like, we was doing a ministry, and I'm like, they believe him, and then you constantly proving stuff. God was like, stop. He was like, what I did, and God speaks. Like he literally said, what I did, I pulled you out of idolatry. You had generational idolatry in your bloodline from the Jezebel spirit.
Wow.
He was like, I pulled you out of that, not just for you. I pulled it out of that because of your children. Because they was crying out too. They was praying. And he was like, so I had to do that. I had to get you together for them because you being destroyed was destroying them. So he was like, I pulled you out of that. Don't worry about that. That's religiosity. That's idolatry. And then he was just like, just stay with him. Do this. And it's like, I'm going to raise you up. Just watch what I do. Just let it go. Pray for your enemies. Release that. And he did. And I just, had to go through the healing, and it's 2 years or whatever. But it is a lot of healing that you have to go through. Like, it's really good to take that time, absorb that pain, process that, with some people, like I had therapy, coaches, Bible, like a lot of different avenues, because it's so much when you got a lot of trauma involved. And so now, like, God just, taking me somewhere else on that. But he really, what he did, it was such a supernatural blessings that he did. Like when I was with the narcissist, I think I had maybe 1 or 2 patients. Soon as that contract was divorced, it got flooded. Like I just started getting booked up with patients. Now it's just so many, I got to hire more staff to see them. But he just blessed it in abundance with no marketing. Soon as he got the curse out, because it was a curse that came with him. Then he blessed me with a vehicle, blessed me with, the housing, everything. He just kept blessing, like just so many blessings. But then he was doing things to my enemies, because in that first year and a half, people were coming out apologizing. Like I had a friend of mine that came, and she literally came up there and apologized. Like, yeah, we had, he was asking me for some pictures or whatever, but she was supposed to have been my friend. But whatever God be doing, she went through something so much worse. She ended up meeting a narcopath, a sociopathic narcissist that took her through it. And she was like, I'm in so much shock. I never knew anything could be like this. But see, God will reveal your enemies. So you don't have to prove nothing to whoever that they talking to. They flying monkeys that's supposed to be your friend, that's believing them. If they believe in them, they not your friend. Ask them.
They wanted to believe it
They
in the
wanted
first
to
place.
believe them.
And
they
that's what I
probably
say.
messing
Don't
with them.
worry. Let me tell y'all this too with that smear campaign. Y'all worried about what's being said when y'all out. Y'all don't know the stuff that's been said while you're in it. Because I've seen somebody that's come to me and told me they saw something on Facebook posted about them, like a deep, dark secret posted about them on Facebook, where they insecure because they not so great down there. And that baby mama put it out there. And, and they still together. So these people will do that. And so y'all worried about what's being said. You already been embarrassed. People already know your secrets. People know your childhood. There is no limits. There is no line that they will not cross when it comes to trying to ruin somebody's reputation, finances, or anything. So don't even worry about it, because people already know who they are. The internet is just full of people that's looking for shits and giggles. Excuse my language, but it's all entertainment. People gonna laugh at it. People gonna take sides. People gonna stay neutral. So don't even worry about what's being put out there. Just keep moving, because eventually he who laughs last will cry first. So they will cry. They will cry them same tears that they made you cry. Them or that other person. These people have feelings. They cry. They go into depression. When these people go into depression, they go seek help, and they go to the psych ward. They don't just sit out there because they know something wrong with them. They hit that rock bottom, and that's when they go to therapy. But then it's up to them if they want to continue with it. And they don't 9 times out of 10, because all they needed was that wound licked by a therapist or somebody else, so they can go right back out there and start doing other things to people. See, therapists get them that supply too, because they go in there and lie about their story and blame it on everybody. And the therapists don't have both sides telling them they're a great person and how to get through this. Ooh. And they getting that energy, building themselves back up to go out there and destroy somebody else.
There you go. Yes,
and the therapists be trying to get through the day. They just like, like a lot of them just say whatever. But you know, it's like you really, the narcissist, the devil is saying, when even the deceiver is going to be deceived. Even a daddy, the devil is deceived. He deceived thinking that, oh, he one day can be God. That's a delusion that he has. That's and he's deceived, you know, and his children are deceived, even though they're the deceivers. So they overplay their hand at times. Like the ones that I don't the one that come with for God's children, they didn't read none of the Bible. You must not read none of that Bible. You gonna come for one that God got his hand on?
Y'all better
just
pray
didn't
for
read
them.
Nothing. That's when you know that they just a whole fool, because that stuff, that when God, like, once you get out the way, pray for them, release them, get out the way. Because if you seek vengeance, are you searching and seeing when they gonna get theirs? It's a scripture in there to say he will hold back that punishment, that vengeance. You know, if you watching for it, he'll hold it back, because you ain't supposed to have a heart like them. That's what they do. You just get your healing. Don't ever think about being with them. You'll hear about it. God will let you hear about it.
Listen,
they will not be doing good at all. And it might come years later and you just be on with, you be so far in your life that then you will pray, because something, you know, might happen to someone that they love that's connected to some people you love. That's what happened in my case with the first husband. Like it's so diabolical with what's going on with him, but he made wicked choices throughout life. And so
there you go.
But you have
compassion. That's why they get what they deserve. Yes, indeed. Yeah. They still in line with what they're supposed to get.
Man, when God steps in, like, just move out the way. I got this.
See, a lot of people laughing because I said they will cry. These people do cry. They don't do it in front of you. But
no, they do cry. You know, that's the craziest thing out here, that we have this belief that because they have a devil spirit that they don't cry, that they're not lonely, that they're not depressed, that they're not. Listen, let me say something to everybody that you can make sense out of. Anybody that's doing the things to you that these people are doing, that's learned. Listen, that's learned and practiced behavior.
Yeah.
They're only sharing with you what is inside of them. You can't just wake up that messed up every single day and not be that messed up. They can't just snap their finger and wake up one day and change. No, it is exactly who they are. It is exactly what they're about.
Yeah,
they can't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is who they are to their core. Misery loves company. They are miserable, and they want you to be miserable with them and without them. Like, hey, if we ain't with you, then I want you to be. They want you to be out here on suicide watch if they not with you no more.
Yeah,
they want you out here in a mental hospital somewhere trying to figure out how to get them back, and they not gonna let you back. No, they're gonna make you suffer. That's what it's all about with them. Being able to watch you suffer, being able to see you in pain. They get off on that, knowing they had that kind of influence over somebody.
Let me say something to that too. I had saw something on TikTok where a man broke up with his girlfriend, and he said this is how they literally see us. He said she chased him like trash for 2 months. So when you chase these people, this is exactly how they see you, as trash. They already had their mind made up and went back and forth from their mind how they was going to do this. This was all planned and plotted when they decided they was going to get rid of you. But how you reverse that on them, I'm not saying you're not going to be hurt. But what I'm going to tell you is accept it. Let them walk away and
There
don't
you
cry,
go.
don't chase and no beg. Then you flipped it on them. And then they start wondering why. I'm telling you from day one. You do it from day one. And don't listen to these other content creators. Oh, you're on the shelf. It's gonna take them 5 weeks to notice you. That's
Yeah.
not true. Because they're used to you chasing them. Even if you make that mistake the first day chasing them and you decide the next day you're not, they're gonna notice. And you're going to flip that on them, and then you're going to make them even crazier, especially if you plan on not coming back, because these people don't want to lose you. They just planning on going away for a little while, and then they're going to come back. They only run because of accountability, and they
Yeah.
don't like accountability. So they want to take a break and give
Right.
that dust time to settle and go somewhere else where they don't have to be responsible and take accountability for things that they have just done. But they planning on coming back, and that's when you shut that door and don't let them back. But I'm telling
There
you,
you go.
don't chase these
There you
people.
go.
I'm telling y'all, try this. Don't chase them. Y'all these people gonna be blowing up your phone. They're gonna be on your doorstep. I've
Yeah.
done it. Don't chase them.
Emails. No, you can't. And they cry when, like, I know, like my ex, I know he cried when they lose complete control. See, they have it already planned out as far as how they gonna discard you, how they gonna torture you for a little bit, then how they gonna swindle their way back in, and then try to finish you off and keep it on a cycle. But what they don't count on, if you're a praying person, they don't count on God. Like that, bro, that was a
There you go.
crying moment because he was like, oh, I'm going to do this, and all of this craziness. I'm coming here, I'm getting this. I said, pause. See, you had your part. You did what you had to do. That's your choice. You chose Team Satan. But I'm going to tell you how Team God really works because you might not have experience in this. But when God step in, you don't have access. Like there's no access. It's not, you can come stalk the neighborhood. There's none of that stuff. Like he's so far out of it. He had to go to a different state and still try to do stuff remotely. But God shut it down. I was like, he shut down many before you. Like when he shut it down, it shut down. That would make a grown man cry because he didn't get the money he thought. He didn't have least it ties to the clinic like he thought he might have had because he tried to swindle. He didn't get the vehicles. He didn't come and get furniture. He didn't come and get anything that he wanted to wipe out from me because God stepped in. He intercepted the IRS. Like, and then all the child support money that was taken from me over the time, that got reversed with that it's called something spouse, or something spouse. So if anybody going through that stuff with the child support and they taking the income,
Injured spouse, where you
yeah,
you can't file electronically, you have to mail it in, and it takes 12 weeks for you to get it. Yeah, that's injured spouse.
I got all of them thousands back. That 13,000 got it back to me, and he got to be responsible for his stuff. But they want to try to swindle as much as possible. But when they don't get whatever they thought they was gonna get, and the control, like even through the app, I'm gonna be able to do the syndicate here. I don't make deals with the devil. You got to talk to my God because see, he's my guy. So you got to talk to him, and we don't make deals with the devil. He got some things in place. That's it. And that's when they really break down because they don't have control on what they thought they owned. And that's a hard thing for them to swallow. The best thing you can do is stay no contact with the kingdom, the whole legion of them of darkness. Just stay no contact with the snake. Don't get bit because they only got venom. It's only poison.
Is that your closing statement? No.
Because my phone went like that.
Well, it's been another wonderful night. You know, a lot of great jewels exchanged in here this evening. Whew, yes indeed, yes indeed. Yeah. China and Keisha on TikTok, y'all. They in there cutting up, you know, doing what they do, exposing these narcs for who they are. We was talking about thinking about going on TikTok one time too, but I don't know. We be able to talk about on there because that joint is brutal on TikTok, boy.
They be flagging me. I get flagged for everything.
People can just call in and flag you, and you be shutting your stuff down. So It's ruled by some darkness.
Yes,
TikTok is dark.
it
It
is.
is. And the crazy part is it's only dark in this country.
Mm-hmm.
So ladies, go ahead. Give it to them. Give them something for the weekend. Give them some encouragement. Give them some encouragement. Let them know, let them know the things that you know they want to know.
Mm-mm. The narc, the devil, like the title say, they don't have any new tricks. The only thing they do is the only thing that they are programmed to do. When people be saying they in a matrix, they on a program, all of that stuff, the narcissist been the test dummy experiment for the programmable matter. They used them first because they abandoned their moral compass. So they was putting goo in them and seeing how it worked, connecting it with evil a long time ago. That's why they even more wicked and on an automatic. So there's nothing new that they would do. They're gonna come, back after, like, in between whatever, while they homeless, with flowers or whatever. I want my family. I want this. You the best thing that happened to me. I don't know what I was thinking. They wasn't thinking. They don't have brain cells to think. Remember that. They don't. They only can mimic scripts, watch movies, see what happened in the movies when they had to come back. That's it. And when you really, really evaluate your relationship, well, your demonic covenant ship with the narcissist, when you really look back on that, it was horrible. You was like living in hell, or y'all would still be together. It was horrible.
Mm,
The lying, the cheating, the arguing over nothing, the making a scene if you go out to eat, all of that stuff, calling the police for no reason, getting the police involved just because they want to go
mm,
on a break.
mm,
Like
mm,
all of these wicked things separating you from your family or your children or whoever you was cool with or whatever it had, like whatever you was used to doing or hobbies. Like they will destroy anything and everything that you enjoyed or found pleasurable. Like they just systematically destroy your very being. And you got rescued out of that with mercy. Don't go back. You can't go back to the pit. It's only Pet Cemetery. Y'all need to watch the movie. Just fast forward it to the end when they come back. They take the head off. That's what the narcissist trying to do. He or she. And a female, I'm sorry, they are worse. Like female narcissists are terrible because they have children and they do the same thing to their children. And it's not like, they're like the primary nurturer caregiver. So it's not like, the father that didn't have the children that come and can get the children or whatever. The children are usually with the mom nonstop or whoever they pawn the children off to. That's even worse. So
mm,
when you're dealing with these females narcissists and you have children with them, it's hard. It's even harder because you don't want to see your children go through stuff knowing that narcissist is going to weaponize them and put them through hell. And so you just got to stay away from it. Stay away from all of them. Men narcissists too, because they act like women
mm. Yes, they
all the
do.
way. They even attracted to men. That's terrible. Stay away from their mamas, their daddies, they relatives. None of them are cool. They're not your friends. They on Team Narc. Stay away from them, and then you can start your healing process so that you can get your life renewed and healed and whole, and get your mind back and get out of the Lulu land, because that's a terrible place to be. That's it for the weekend.
Woo.
I'm
Yeah.
going to leave you guys with this. I figured out their cycle. People say it's love bomb, devalue, discard. It's what I call DDAD. It's called distraction, denial, and destruction. That's their cycle. They
Mm,
start with a distraction, then they go in denial, and then they destroy, destruction. That is their job. That's their life. So, what other karma could you possibly want for somebody who has to live that and repeat? somebody who consistently has to have a distraction and then, distraction, and then be in denial about it, and then self-sabotage over two little things that literally means nothing.
That is so good.
These people, that's all they know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that Terminator mindset.
Yeah.
It's to look for, once they destroy something, they're looking for their next distraction.
Mm-hmm.
In denial. Time to destroy again. So stop letting people tell y'all that you were love bombed, that you were devalued, and that you were discarded. No, you were a distraction. And then they were in denial about what they were doing to you. And so in order to blame you for it, they had to destroy. It's not your fault. That's their cycle, and you just got caught in it. Either get out of it, and if you're out of it, stay out of it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. She went ham and cheese on that one.
Yeah.
Give them initials again, China. Give them initials again.
DDAD. Distraction, denial, and destruction. The A is for and. I just threw that in there.
That is the best thing ever.
Latu Haruna. Thanks for the super chat. She says he is facing assault charges. That happened September last year. Just found out last week. His family are tight-lipped. Looks like more than meets the eye. Is that not what we just said? That, I think that's exact. I appreciate that, Latu. Appreciate that, because people like to see the consistency in what we're saying, and people want to see, that other people, have gone through this. And I want everybody to know that not everything you went through, there are other people that have gone through that have gone through worse than that. Believe it or not, there are people that have gone through worse than what you went through.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's some people that could tell you their story and you start crying right there. Be like, whoa, dang. Had you thinking the person you was with wasn't even a narc. I mean, it happens, but for us, guys, while you're on this journey, you're going to hear, it's going to be drilled into you going forward how bad everything is. Remember that. That's a mindset. How bad it is. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. It's so terrible. Listen. God changes the channel, gives us a new page every single day. It's a beautiful day. The sky is beautiful. Nature is beautiful. What's not beautiful is the world, not the planet. Okay. Not the planet, people. The world. That gets worse. That world is over. It only exists because we choose to buy into it. That's it. It is only here because we keep it here, because we still don't recognize what we represent. We don't recognize the true power that we have. Again, I want y'all to remember, everything that you buy every single day is free. God gave us everything on this planet. Okay? Everything on this planet, God already put it here. It's free. Okay, so when somebody wrap it up real fancy for you and put a price tag on it, just remember, that's something we choose to go into. We're choosing that lifestyle. We're choosing to believe that times are really bad and it's horrific out here. And look at the state of the mind of people. The state of mind of the people that believe in that system, believe in the devil. That's the only people that really right now should feel bad. just should feel depressed. And that's a sign of narcissism. Misery loves company. And what are they trying to do to us every single day? They want us to be sick physically, mentally, financially, everything. Who will want that except for the devil? So that's what this world is calling for. And that is why this world has to end. That is why the world has to end. Because the only thing keeping it going is us participating in it. Everything we buy is free. Everything you buy is free, man. Everything you buy. Everything we working ourselves to death every single day for stuff that's free.
Yeah.
We are participating in the game. And the devil sit back every single day, lie, cheat, steal. That's the name of the game. Every single day. Done stole all the money, print the money and steal the money faster than he can print it. Can't even print it fast enough to steal it. That's how wretched this thief is.
It's all deception.
It's all lies and deception, people. It's all lies and deception just to buy him another day. That's it. Just a couple more days. Just can I get one more day? Ain't that what the devil say? Respite me. Give me just a little more time.
Yeah.
He just want a little more time. He just wants you to believe. Come on, hold on, everybody. Look, y'all. Everybody be cool. Look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna do this. And it's just it's the exact same thing as a narcissist does. Let's go to counseling. Let's go to counseling because they need some more time so they can run that next scam on you. I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Y'all might not feel this today. Because of the source I'm about to give you.
Oh, Lord.
But if y'all want to really, really know, really, really see what this world is totally all about, man, Iceberg Slim is his name. He has a book out. You can get it on audio books. You can listen to it on audio books. And it's going to make this situation so crystal clear to you. You will be able to relate it to everything that you see going on in this world right now. Iceberg Slim is his name. He was a pimp. Okay. And I forgot the name of the book, but it ain't but one Iceberg Slim. And once you hear the book and see how he treated his bottom 304, see the mind game that he ran on her. That's really why I want you to listen to the book, because when you hear how he ran the mind game, you're going to see how this country running the mind game on us. It's all about tricking you into thinking something that you just gotta be my bottom 304 just for a little while long, just long enough to pay me back.
Yeah.
That's what the book is all about. He telling you the nature of people, and he gave the game away. The lie that has to be told in order to get you just to stick around just a little while longer. That's all this devil need is for you to keep on participating. If you can just stick it out with me just 6 more months. Just 6 more months. I got my talons in a couple people, and I'm gonna get one of them. I just need you to hang around just for maybe 6 more months.
Yeah.
Even if I need 3, because all I really need is another week. And I got this weakling over here that just been driving me crazy, want to be with me so bad. I already got one. Yeah, y'all check that book out if you get a chance. That's it. There you go. It was called Pimps Up, 304s Down. There you go, Elaine.
Oh my gosh.
Man, I'm telling y'all, it's going to tell you everything that's going on out here in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, Ladies and gentlemen, we are already in the hereafter. You just don't see it and you just don't believe it. But and guess what? Somebody got to say it to you. Somebody has to say it to you so that you can start seeing it. This devil got this thing so polluted, so clouded that we don't even know what we're waiting on. We don't know what to look for. He got us under so much mind control right now. We just waiting for him to tell us what to do next. With soon as Trump came in office, what did we do? We just start panicking. Everybody just massive panic all over the planet.
Not me.
It ain't no. Guess what? We the only ones panicking. Listen, we the only ones panicking right here. The rest of the world ain't thinking about that mess. The rest of the world know what's in his pocket, and they treating them accordingly. Just like everybody else over here. They like, yeah, man, y'all rich to them poor people in that third world country y'all call America. And we sitting here thinking that everybody else is in a third world country. Don't even know, man. We've been lied to so bad, people. Good God. Good God. So I'm gonna just leave y'all with that, man. You're gonna keep hearing about how bad it is. That's what keeps all the sheep in line.
Man, people got to figure out why the planes crashing, why they got quakes over there in Greece. Like, this stuff is about to be a wrap. Why it's spoilers in the sky.
Every single day. Every single day you hear about something new, something going on over here. And it's all about, and again, yeah, because that's what's going to come up. The situation going to get so dire, it's going to get so stressed out that it's going to look like it's an actual rapture happening. Like, oh, my God, look at this. Look at what's going on. Because it's all about, hey, man, like Iceberg Slim say, I just need 6 more months out of my bottom 304. Okay? It's about the money. At the end of the day, that's all it's going to be, y'all.
I just want to add, too, that there's a respiratory outbreak in Indiana filling up the hospitals, too. I wanted to mention that. My sister lived there, and I'm kind of worried. So,
like I said, when everybody starts thinking, everybody start thinking, man, when you start looking at things and start trying to hold somebody accountable for stuff, they got another diversion. It's going to be another diversion. Right now, they got a diversion every single day. Let's shut the government down. Let's do this to the government workers. Let's do this. Let's stop taxes. Let's do that. Every day is something happening. Oh, it's a plane crash. It's this. It's that. Everything. Just whatever you doing, I want y'all to keep your mind on this one thing. Okay? You keep your mind on this one thing. Whatever the calamity is, remember, it's just causing us to give the leadership more time. Okay, we need some more time. I need y'all to focus. Focus. Everything is going crazy now. Listen to me. Everything's going crazy. Planes crashing. We shutting the government down. We doing this. We doing that. It's another calamity because they need the sheep. They need the sheep to stay in line. Okay, so they can take all of it. Not some of it, not most of it.
I'm cool with the sheep. Jesus said we the sheep. We ain't the goats, man. Like, we got he the shepherd.
The world is ending, not the planet. The new world is coming in. I'm gonna leave y'all right there. The new world is coming in. Okay.
You see the antibiotics, China? Huh? You see the antibiotics on there? That's been helping people. They won't treat it just in there. They might let them just have the respiratory stuff. But if she get a hold of that stuff, that'll help knock that out.
Yeah.
Early on, because it's like it's been whooping cough.
Holistic. We all gonna be holistic before it's over with.
Yeah, my sister don't believe in going to the doctor. She'll ride it out. So
because a lot of you know what? Because if you felt safe with a doctor, then everybody would love going to the doctor. Everybody, you ever notice you just don't feel safe? And it ain't that you've been taught was something bad about them. That's not the case because we haven't been. But of course, some older people done told us, hey, man, nah, I just don't, it's something ain't right about it. They always gonna medicate you.
And AI directing the protocols, AI want people to live? No, that's what we gotta know.
Not
we gotta
happening.
understand what direct their protocols.
You already know. Hey, y'all, we're gonna leave you just like we came in here with nothing but love, peace, and soul.
Bye, everyone.
Next week. Ain't nothing to worry about, y'all. Not a thing. Thanks, ladies.
You're welcome.
Good night, everybody. Peace.